You okay? Are you talking? Because your mic isn't on.
How about now?
There we go. Much better.
Right into the live stream tonight.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised that we had a similar get up despite not playing this. Planning this.
We're both from the north.
That's fair. That is true. This is basically all of the fashion up here.
Because it works. It's amazing.
It is. There's something about a nice flannel shirt that's really, really hard to beat. It's one of the most comfortable, like simplest but functional garments you could possibly have.
Yeah.
So why don't they exist more places?
I don't know, because usually wearing flannel in the south when it's 108 degrees with 95% humidity is hotter than two rats fucking in a wool sock, and nobody wants to wear it.
Well, to be fair, the South does suck. I agree. Yeah. So,
you had your first microdose this year.
I did, and I wasn't impressed, but I want to give it another try. So.
Yeah, I mean, where you were at and the circumstances you were there for
were pretty bad. I feel like that was like almost me seeing it at like the worst.
No, the Southeast is it's one of the best parts of the United States. It really
was pretty. I'll give you that. The weather was nice and it was pretty.
Yes, but the food and the people are really good.
I didn't get to have much of the food because all the local places were closed because they just closed for a fucking week because it's a holiday.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people that I talked to were really nice. Every 1 out of 10 words that I could understand.
Well, that's your fucking problem.
That is a lot of my problem. I did pick up on it by the end though. The first day was really hard. By the end of the week I was there, it was much better.
See, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, oh God.
It was so bad the first day. I felt so bad about the poor guy at the airport. It was this really kind of old black gentleman, and I was asking him where to go, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't understand what you're talking, what you're saying, like at all.
Yeah, they're actually fine with that. Like,
yeah,
from the South.
Okay. Like, he called somebody over that spoke better English. He knew it and was like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've had that happen actually with just people in general from down there where I've been around the Southern dialect and all that shit, but there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And it's so clustered. Like somebody from Alabama in Montgomery speaks different English than somebody from Birmingham, Alabama, which is not that far away, speaks. And it's like at some point I looked at these guys and I was like, I did not understand a fucking word of what you just said.
A single thing that didn't register at all.
Right. And they maybe they get that or maybe they don't. I never had anybody actually like get pissed at me for saying that. But like,
I know they seemed understanding.
They slow down and they're like, they use more hand signals, which is kind of like, fuck you. But like, it's a human reaction. Like,
yeah. True.
When they're not understanding you and you have to get them to understand what you're saying, you have to use these. And no, it's really weird because like in the United States, like I know people from other countries that are from like especially Europe because it's so small. It's so fucking. They're basically a state, but they're a different culture and society and language. They don't understand that like in the United States, yeah, sure, we all speak English.
Yep.
Okay. But if I've been to Kentucky, I've been to parts of Texas, I've been to parts of Florida, parts of basically anywhere, and they can all understand me perfect.
That's the thing. Really everybody knew what I was saying.
Yes, but it's just a matter. But here's the thing: is I've literally, honest to God, and I've traveled a lot in the United States, personally and for the military. I have not had one person from the South that has a fucking really deep drawl be an asshole and look at me like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just like, honestly, man, I did not catch what you just said.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, I'm gonna slow it down a bit, because I know y'all ain't from here. And I'm like, yeah. And then they say it, and I get it, and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, I don't care that you speak differently than me. I just we got to be on the same page, and then we
exactly.
get on the
I
same
get it.
page, and then it's good.
Yep,
It's like, okay, we're all good.
true. I'm so glad because like the first time I went to like a bar, which is for one great because I didn't have to wear a mask when I was down there, which is great. So I got to like
Yep.
actually talk to people
Yeah.
because the masks make it really hard to talk to
Oh
people.
yeah. Yep.
And the first guy I talked to, I thought this wasn't going to be so bad because I was like, wow, you speak really, really good English. You speak English very well for somebody who lives down here,
You didn't
And
say
he's like,
that though,
yeah,
right?
my mother was an English teacher.
Oh Jesus.
So, and he's like, oh, that would explain it. His
Lifespan.
mother was from like Rhode Island or something like that and was an English teacher. So he learned to speak English very well. And the next guy I talked to, a piss drunk guy, born and raised from within 5 miles of that bar,
Yeah.
not a single word.
Well, also, it's like, so I can barely understand Irish people, okay?
That's
And
true.
some of their dialects. A drunk Irishman,
Definitely not.
it
I
you're
can
literally
not understand drunk people from here.
right. And that's the thing is like, back in the days when I was schwieling, I went to other parts of the country and schwieled, and they're like, it's cool, boy, you brother, man, you fucking every fucking word, you're trash. I'm trash. Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying, and I'm like, is that a good thing?
No,
Really?
you've been drunk so long in your life that you know how to
Oh
understand
no, but
drunk.
not even that. But like he was saying, no, just the way you say things, you enunciate, and I'm like, fuck, you're right. Even back in the days
Yeah.
of Schwieler, when I was hammered drunk,
Yep.
they still understood what I was saying, and I had to sit there and be like, one more time, man.
Yep.
you know,
Fair.
and it's an anomaly. It really is. It's weird.
But at least I can be understood everywhere. That's how I
Yes.
know I'm in the right.
If you need
I can
medical
be
attention,
understood.
you will get medical attention.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're fine.
That's true. I never thought of it like that, but yeah.
I need a fucking ambulance.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Oh,
well,
sure.
this man needs an ambulance. Yeah,
Dial
let's get him one.
411. Oh,
Let's
never
get him
mind.
one
You
right
guys
now.
do it different than everywhere
This
else.
guy ain't from here, so he can't drink like us. Yeah, he thinks he
Yeah,
can.
from Boston.
Yeah. Oh, that's Australian.
Oh, it sounds very Boston.
That's
You
a
have
very Southern
Boston in it.
Australian dialect.
Oh, okay.
It's Boston mixed with British. It's fucked.
I mean, to be fair, I heard something the other day that I thought was really funny about Australia. He's like, "Well, you know what my ancestors had that your ancestors didn't have? A criminal record."
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
he was like really proud of that. I guess Australia would be the only one
Yeah,
that's like,
I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here, like I'm saying that's fair, but like,
yeah.
are you saying it in a good way or bad?
That's the thing. Like, I didn't
It's so
know if he was
ambiguous.
like saying it as like I
Yeah,
should be offended, or if he's like proud of that. And he's like, no, that's like genuinely a good thing in Australia.
it's
We're really proud
ambiguous.
about being a bunch of prisoners. So,
But here's the thing: is I don't anything my ancestors did, good or bad, which there's not a lot of bad actually in my ancestry. Everything good, it does not reflect who I am. It's like
that's fair.
they did that.
The Australians are really proud of that, though. That the fact that
I
they
know.
were a penal colony.
Well, here's the thing: is like with any culture, like
yeah,
you go with what your ancestors did. You're fucking Alexander Graham Bell, fucking all this shit. It's like, well, did you do that? No,
no,
you didn't. So it doesn't fucking matter.
I do endorse it, though. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you could, yes, yeah, but like
Yeah.
seriously, honestly, like a real talk is, it's so okay, good or bad. Like I said,
Yeah.
if your ancestors owned slaves, well, did you ever own slaves? No.
No.
So what the fuck? How does that come down on you? Did your ancestor invent a really cool modern thing that we all use today and to save lives, and it's just like the greatest thing? No, your ancestor did that. You didn't do that.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
You know what I mean? Good
Yeah.
or bad.
Fair. I mean, fair.
Yeah.
I don't believe in putting the whole modern politics onto history stuff, but like that's a big thing
Well,
nowadays.
no, it's not even that. It's
Yeah.
people that live vicariously through their ancestors' achievements,
No, fuck
good
my
or bad.
whatever they did. I don't give a shit. If I didn't personally know them in my life, I don't care. Fuck them.
And if you didn't do it, you didn't do it. Like
That's fair.
you
I
didn't
mean,
invent something that made you
my
didn't invent something
ancestors
that.
owned like 15% of Africa. I don't give a shit. There's literally a national park named after my family.
Or if
But
they invented something that saved 15% of the world for a
yeah,
vaccine or whatever. Well, you didn't do that,
I
really.
don't. Yeah,
Like
no, I don't
no,
care.
it's not.
Yes,
It's cool. It's in your lineage. That's
yeah,
okay. But you didn't do that, so it doesn't fucking reflect on you as a person. Because you could be, so say your lineage, they did nothing but good, right? It's traced. It's fucking, it's in stone that your lineage did nothing but good, and you're just a piece of shit. Well, the lineage will back me up. Like,
Well,
well,
that's how
I'm not a
a
piece of
lot of
shit.
stuff goes. Look at all these people that inherited all this old money because a family member way back
Oh,
did something down the
well,
road, and they're
but
just human
that's
garbage now.
no. I'm talking about the actual like idealistic part of it, not the monetary part of it.
Yeah, but I feel like the monetary part helps the idealistic part because they have money. And money is what runs America. And people that have money are a bunch of douchebags.
Yeah. So what I think is, I think you're conflating two things that are they're related, but
They
not
are
in the
related, but they're not the root of the cause, for sure.
right. I'm saying people that are just living in their fucking ancestors' past and not even
Fair.
focusing on them as
Fair.
people. It's like, well, you didn't accomplish that. You didn't do that, or you didn't. A bad thing. You didn't own slaves. You didn't massacre a shitload of people. So how does that directly reflect as who you are as a person? The money thing that gets a little bit more.
Because your ancestors did all the hard work and made all the money, and you're just riding their own success wave. But
Yes, but it's I don't know.
fair.
There were a lot of people in the past that made progress and were assholes. That didn't necessarily the money wasn't involved with it.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
And it's just like so to equate me, I'm a white male. Oh my god, it's a big surprise. So I now have to pay for everything my ancestors did or didn't do, good or bad, for however many. It's like, well, if you look back far enough, everybody's fucking ancestors are dickheads.
That's fair.
At one point or the other, like
that's true.
Had to
if
be.
you go far enough back, there's like 7 people on the planet at some point.
Well, right. So, it's like it doesn't matter what color you are or like where you come from. Like your ancestors at one point were shitlords.
That's fair. And
Everybody.
killed each other for no reason, just because they were different or something or whatever.
Or they had to, or they whatever.
Or they didn't like that look on their face, or
so let's just focus on the fact that we have no real actual problems in the modern world. Like when you think about it, like
they're all fabricated. Yeah, they're all fabricated.
So we have to make problems. It's like that is the plight of the human race.
We have to make problems.
Manufacture fucking problems. And looking back on the past, and also going, what was funny is, let's go back on the recent past, segregation. And I just literally saw an article that people are actually upvoting because they're.
Why are they going to resegregate stuff? Because if
it already is,
then I can understand it. If not, fuck it.
So the article of this thing, or I'm sorry, the title of the article was "Whiteness is a Pandemic," and I'm like, there it is.
There it is. Well, shit. I guess I'm. How do we vaccinate?
I used to just laugh that shit off. I'm like, yeah, just so few fucking idiots believe that shit. Whatever. It's laughable.
Fair.
But the amount of people who are so misled by that kind of blatant divide and conquer propaganda shit, it scares me, man. It really does. It's like, it's fucked.
Fair. But what do you do? It's not going to stop anytime soon.
No.
People have been doing this shit for forever.
Oh, it's been decades. Yeah. And it's just
like when they were defacing all the Civil War monuments, and it didn't even matter. Didn't even matter what.
Yeah, that's just one of the. Yeah, it's It's fucking insane to me. That's why, like, I know a lot of our viewers are just Americans. There's like a lot of different
Does that make me
skin
an
colors if you
American?
want to identify it as that. You know, different skin colors, different backgrounds. Everybody's got a different background. Everybody's got a different fucking culture. Literally everybody. You and I are white. We have very different backgrounds.
Yeah, we do.
And we also realize that, hey, we're all people. We're just taking a big bite of the shit sandwich together.
But to be fair, Mike, according to that article, we're a pandemic. So I mean,
yeah, being white. It's like, so if you literally change the word white to black or Asian or Hispanic or name your fucking divisive...
I don't know, Mike, about you, but I'm suffering from crippling whiteness.
Well, I'm a fat white guy who owns guns, so
you know what would make me feel really better about having this crippling whiteness? A casino.
That's racist, man. I mean, serious.
That's fair. I mean, well, whatever. Come on now. I mean, it would help. Casino would be nice.
No, but here's the thing, man. It's honest to God. Like the good part of this is a lot. Like the majority of people.
If that's the worst problem we have to deal with right now is fabricating our own.
No. I'm gonna even go past that. The majority of people understand that this is just like a really, really weak divide and conquer tactic.
Yep.
Or you're gonna divide us on skin color and ethnicity.
Yep.
All right. And then most people are just like us, where we're just like, okay, all right, good luck. Fair. But there's this tiny group that speaks the loudest that they buy into that shit. They really do.
They do, yeah.
And they believe that
it's like the tail wagging the dog rather than the other way around.
Right. And it's like, at what point do you have to fucking realize that most people, the vast
don't give a shit.
They don't fucking discriminate. The segregation that exists is based on your fucking your little ideology. Like, it's like what the fuck?
It only exists because you think it should.
Right. But that's the good thing. Is like I see, dude, honest to God, most Americans are just like they're laughing at it. They're like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
Really?
I don't know about you.
It doesn't matter where they came from, their background, and all that shit.
I read an article and I was talking about it earlier. I'm not white anymore, actually.
Oh, you're not. What?
The Slavs are considered colored people now.
You're horse fucking me.
No, that was a real thing where they say Slavs are colored people. They're not white.
Well, I'm half Polish, so I guess I'm oppressed.
I guess we're not. Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess I'm half colored. So
right.
It's like quadroon or whatever it's called.
Oh shit! Well, I guess I'm okay that I won't talk about this anymore. That's right. Fuck Whitey. Fuck Whitey.
Also, like going back to Kong's comment earlier, are you really white though if you're not wearing a camo hat and a flannel shirt?
I don't think you are.
My hat's not camouflaged, to be fair.
If I saw a guy that had black skin, darker than me, wearing the same outfit, I would not consider him white.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's also very fucking true.
Well, here's the thing. I might say that he's not white. He might just be one of those weird melanistic people. He very well could be white, but I'm going to be leery.
Well, yeah, but white is the worst you could possibly be. So it's actually a compliment. Like, if a black guy was wearing fucking flannel and a camouflage hat,
I'd be like, nice.
I wouldn't consider him white.
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
So it's a compliment.
You want a Coors Light and a burger?
That black guy could be drinking a Coors Light, wearing flannel, fucking camouflage or green hat.
Yep,
he's not white, in my opinion.
That's right.
He's not white enough. Not white enough.
Not white enough. Yeah,
That's a good thing. That's a good thing because white is apparently terrible. Oh my God, we're such terrible people.
It's a crippling disease, Mike.
We oppress. I mean, so here's the thing. The reason I like you and we get along is we have oppressed so many minorities in the time that we've known each other that like it's sustainable. Like we've oppressed so many minorities. Like we literally target them and like, oh, you're. Well, that's a recent thing. I don't know if that actually counts because we did this before it was a thing. We targeted Asian people. And we're like, we like your MSG laden fucking food.
What's good?
We like you. And then we're like, not. Ah! But like that was before they were actually labeled as non-white people of
Fair.
color.
Well, to
So
be fair, for a super like even way, way, way back in the day, Asians were considered like still better than a lot of other races, even to most of these people that set all these race rules.
yeah, but within the last week or two.
Yeah, well, the last week or two is a different story.
So we can't even talk about that shit now because it
No,
never happened.
well, actually, we really
It never
can't.
happened.
YouTube doesn't really like current events, talking about current events, because we could be spreading misinformation. So.
Honestly, to God, I don't care on this stream. If this stream gets pulled,
well, it's not the stream getting pulled I'm worried about. It's the strike I'm worried about.
Well, I'll get it, and I haven't had a strike yet. Also, it's satire. I know the ramifications.
Yeah, but they don't care about satire.
I know. I like I just said, I know the ramifications. Yeah. My viewers and your viewers are all on the same page for the most part, or they would be watching our shit.
Pretty much.
It's like we have viewers of literally every, if you want to call it race, skin color, background, watching our shit.
That's true. And out of all like 3,000 of my subscribers, I have 2 women that subscribe to me according to percentage.
Well, unless women of color doesn't matter, but yeah.
Yeah, that's where we draw the line at women cards.
Right, but seriously, like it's so fucking funny to me. Like it's just dumb, and like most people see through it. It's just unfortunately we don't have the power yet. It's coming, and we're rising up.
Do we not have the power, or we don't have the desire to use the power?
We don't think we have the power. How about that?
That's fair. That sounds more correct.
But there are people standing up every day of every race, nationality, binding together. See, here's the thing. Their long game is like, let's divide everybody by, this fucking...
well, they're actually driving a ton of people together. They're just separating that frame further and further from each other.
Ruin my goddamn punchline, dude. Is what they're doing is by trying to divide everybody, the majority of people that don't fall among the fringes...
Yeah, the centralists, they're all joining together.
Wait a second. We're going to be get together even more. We're going to make fun of each other even more and be like more cohesive than ever because of your goddamn
brings me together.
So maybe the actual goal is to do that. Who knows? That would be good.
I don't know if I buy that. I don't think the politicians are planning that far ahead.
No, God, no. They're so fucking dumb. They're so fucking dumb, and they're so arrogant.
Well, they're all like 1,000. What do you expect?
Well, they're so arrogant. It's like
you honestly think they can be arrogant.
You honestly think that everybody in the United States, no matter what color they are or whatever, is just going to agree with you and just whatever. Oh, well, that's the way it seems because of the media, which is the fucking easiest method of propaganda. It's the quickest and easiest. It's like, well, oh God, and the average person goes, well, shit, that's how every Asian American feels, They don't count Indians in that. But Asian Americans, now they actually get a voice. What's every African American feels? It's like, well, were you born in the United States? Well, then you're an American, right?
Yeah.
That's a cool thing. They call them African Americans. They call them Asian Americans.
They're Americans.
Right, you're an American. You were born here.
Yep, you're an American.
Like,
that's it.
You're raised here. You're a fucking American. Like, yep. but yeah, but so many fucking people are seeing through this shit, and they know that. That's why they're increasing
they're getting more and more desperate, so they have to get more and more extreme.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's the thing is they're in the throes of their little division movement, I guess you want to even call it that, and it's affecting very few people actually.
Yeah,
in the way they want it to. And those people, they give the voice that's the loudest. Well, this is how everybody thinks. It's like, well, pretty sure most Americans that I interact with on a daily basis are from, whatever ethnicity you want to call it, do not give a flying fuck about their politics.
Fair. Well,
you know what I mean?
We saw something in this right now. We're going through this resurgence of where people are really deciding, like figuring out finally that both parties are garbage. 2020.
They haven't worked for us for fucking almost a century. Think about that.
That's
almost
true.
A century, not a couple decades. It's almost a century.
But 2020 opened up a ton of people's eyes that really
Yes.
needed some convincing that both parties are basically the same and they're both terrible.
And yeah, that's the thing is like I have hope. I really do because I believe in people.
Yeah.
And as much black pilling shit as I get, I still believe in people. I believe in the United States as an idea and as a practice because I think this shit's gonna backfire on them.
Yeah, it's going to
On the ones
backfire
who are
hard.
trying to
We're going to be
exploit it.
communist. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's what they want, but like
yeah.
for their gain. But like I think the American people are way stronger, way fucking stronger than these people ever could possibly imagine.
Well, that's why they're trying to divide them all and keep everybody
Exactly. That's the
apart
thing.
because we're stronger than they could possibly ever hope to control.
And it's not working. That's the thing. Is they make it appear that it is, but like again, the first time when I was a youngin', dude, I was a youngin' in the military, I realized that people are actually on the same side if you're fighting towards a common enemy.
Mm-hmm. You got to give them something to rally against.
Right, and it's like...
And the government's making themselves the thing to rally against.
And that's the problem. They know that. They're like, oh, we kind of fucked up. There's a lot of pissed off people. And
give them $1,400. It'll be fine.
Well, I'm good because I can pay some of my taxes back out of the 40 fucking grand that I'm going to have to pay this year.
I'm so glad. I did so much charity work this year, Mike. I'm getting $11 back.
Oh my God, my man tits are actually creating a crease in the shirt. They're going away, but like, honest to God, they're just enough where like the nipples are full.
Yeah, they're causing the little... By the way, Mike, that is a super nice hat. Everyone thinks it's Multicam Tropic. I appreciate it. I noticed it right away.
Oh, then why the fuck did you mention it right away?
Because we were talking about the government.
But this is pretty fucking sexy and a very big homage to our hat.
That is. It's a good old Cad Pat hat with the
oh no
flag on it.
No, not that kind of hat. Our hat.
Our hat.
Oh, that just clicked, and you're like, that was good though. You got to admit that was a great play on words.
That was a very, very good play on words.
Yeah, you weren't even expecting that.
No, I wasn't. It caught me off guard, and then.
So you didn't think I was that smart? I could actually come up with something like that.
No. I knew it was there, but I wasn't expecting that. That was good.
Fucking hit you.
That was good.
But yeah, it's no. So I got this hat. And I got an actual ACU pattern shirt made out of licensed material.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah,
it doesn't have the cross in there for the IR shit. That's it. And it's a little bit darker.
The new Canadian print uniforms don't have that either. That's kind of an older way.
But it's a little bit darker than regular Cad Pat too. It's a little bit. The colors are. I held them up.
Yeah,
it's a little bit. But no, honest to God, I'm gonna be doing videos on this. But like, it's the same size, the same colors, almost.
Yep.
As a civilian pattern or a licensed pattern, rather.
That's
what as close as you're gonna get to actual Cad Pat.
Yep.
So I'm very appreciative of that, and I like it. And they're sized right too. They said XXL.
There you go.
What it is, and my fat ass fit into it, even my swollen ass gut. So
fair. Oh, I also got sent something the other day, and
is that Ron Diaz? Oh, who sent you that?
Kong did.
Oh, Canadian whiskey. Yeah.
The military special.
Oh no,
I'm drinking tonight.
Crack it.
I'm drinking it right now. I did earlier.
It's not bad.
No, it's not. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, it's not bad at all. That's the problem.
It's like $9 for this whole bottle, though.
Yes, for a 175. Yeah, it's dude. Back in the day,
it smells like rubbing alcohol, but it doesn't taste like rubbing alcohol.
When I said back in the day, my roommate and I went to the local Air Force base and spent $1,500 on liquor, and our car was doing this the whole way back. That's why.
That's what it was.
Well, a lot of it. We bought some TGI Fridays Orange Dream Dreamsicle mix.
Mm.
Ooh.
But
Oh,
I was
you blend it
actually
up with
really
ice.
impressed with this. Really impressed with this. It says premium on it. I'm not sure if I'm buying that. It also says fine blended. Also not sure if I'm buying fine. But
Well, you got to buy through the propaganda. But here's the thing.
but I've
For
had worse
$9,
Canadian whiskey that was like actually made in Canada and comes in like a
yeah,
glass bottle. Like honestly.
that shit's not bad. Like
No.
we tried the Christ, for the vodka, obviously the rum, the white rum,
Mhm.
I think we tried the Canadian whiskey and the American whiskey or whatever the fuck it's called. Like they put some name on it, bourbon or Tennessee
Yeah.
whiskey. Anyway, we tried all that. Actually, is not terrible. Like
Not as bad as everyone makes it out. It smells horrible. It smells like it'll kill you.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
It tastes not bad, and it's like actually it's artificially colored, but it's naturally flavored, and it's not bad.
You try to justify it. The thing is like just accept the fact that it doesn't taste like shit.
Yeah,
Total
well.
shit.
I wanted to just try it to add to my collection of Canadian whiskey bottles because I really like Canadian whiskey. It's my single favorite alcohol, and
Yeah.
that's not just a bias. I actually just really like Canadian whiskey.
Yeah, and no, a lot of Americans like that, and I'm just like, it's just
It's weird. It's kind of a sweeter, but also harsh.
but it's got a flavor to it that I don't
Yeah.
enjoy. Like
It's
if
a
it's
really
offered
like
to me for free,
woody.
yeah, if it's offered to
flavor.
me, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
I'll do it. It's not undrinkable, but like
No,
it's just
it's
not my first
different from
choice.
every other whiskey, though, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I was actually really impressed with it. I look forward to adding the bottle to the collection. It's going to be the only plastic bottle up there.
And that's a rightful plastic bottle. That is definitely.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be like, I've never heard of that before. Well, there's good reason. So,
yeah, when you can buy a fucking handle for $9,
yeah.
and it's not that shitty.
No, I was genuinely impressed. Like I tried it all by myself, and
The
like
military has all these classes on alcoholism, and I'm not.
Yeah, but it was like actually really like surprisingly good. I was like, I put Crown at like a 5.
Oh yeah,
and I put like Pendleton 1910 at like a 9. That's like really good. I like Pendleton 1910 because it actually has a fairly high rye content, and I love rye.
Here's the thing: is I'll agree with you on that for Canadian whiskey. Like I will agree. I mean, let's agree. All alcohol tastes like shit.
True.
But when you're actually putting a scale together, Crown is.
I was like, I put Canadian Mist as like the bottom. I really hate Canadian Mist.
Oh, no. What I put at the bottom is Windsor.
I put Windsor above Canadian Mist, actually.
You would.
So I would put Windsor above Canadian Mist by 1 point. Canadian Mist is 1, Windsor's like a 1.5.
Oh, dude. That's not. I mean,
I just don't like Canadian Mist because it's such a light. There's like no flavor to it, and the little bit of flavor you get is awful.
But okay, all right.
At least they age Windsor longer, so you get more of that flavor to it.
So I can see why you rate it that way. I do not agree with you, but yeah.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there that like Canadian Mist, but I don't like because they age Canadian Mist for such a short amount of time, and it looks like piss. It's literally the color of piss.
It's cold aged.
Yeah, I don't like that flavor profile as much. So I put that. I understand why that's that way.
I see. Here's the thing: is I wouldn't say you're wrong. I'm just saying I would classify them as equal.
Pretty close to it, yeah. I'd say you're pretty close to that, yeah.
Because Windsor is like, oh, it's Canadian whiskey. I'm like, well, it's like pretty much grain alcohol that
it's grain alcohol that they just
got thrown through a barrel and fucking
Which is the process of making Canadian whiskey, but it's
not even good grains either. Like it's
it's like the stuff left over, but that's fine. Canadian Mist, though, I was actually really surprised at how bad it was because it comes in a glass bottle. Like normally, like you think a glass bottle.
Oh, I know, yeah, it's awful.
It's terrible, and it's in a glass bottle. I'm like, Windsor comes in plastic. This comes in plastic, and I put this and Windsor.
No, I remember the first time I had Canadian Mist, I was like, I grabbed a swig out of the bottle, and I was like, this isn't bad. It doesn't burn. And all of a sudden, the burn was like a slow,
Yeah.
It was like a
It's like a
smoldering
smolder that comes up from the back of your throat through the rest of your mouth.
And I'm like, God damn, this shit's awful. And it just tastes bad. It's like chemically and fucking.
But like, so I'd say this is like a 2. If Crown is a 5, because Crown is very average. Crown's pretty. Crown is like what I grade Canadian whiskey to, because it's you can get it everywhere. It's right in the middle.
I would say Military Special is actually a 3.
Pretty. You know, the more I drink of it, I think you're kind of right. I think it deserves to be a little higher than a 2.
It's a 3. It's not that bad.
No, I'm actually pretty impressed with it. But I also got a bunch of other stuff. Like
that was just all the other liquors I tried of that.
Kong made me this coaster of his logo. And other cool stuff. I know, right? And
I never got
somebody, I don't know if I could say his name, but he's sending me one of the issued sets of the new U.S. Army jungle uniform that I'm going to try out.
I have a top.
No, he's got like the actual issued set.
Yes, I've got a top with a jungle fucking OCP
the jungle pattern with the weird fabric.
Yeah, I've got the actual top. It's not that great. You're going to be very disappointed. That's why I haven't made a video on it yet.
Try it out. We'll see. I'm trying to go with an open mind. I have high hopes for it, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's because I've had the top for a couple months now, and like
I don't think it's going to be better than the 100% cotton though.
No, it's not. That's the thing. It's like I got it, and I was like so excited to make a video on it, and I'm like, fuck, how do I break this? Like, this sucks. All this more money was fucking wasted.
Well,
like,
I mean,
really?
It wasn't like F-35 amounts, but I also got something else.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So I got this cool drawing, this nice art, because I grew up hearing the story about the Wendigos, and so I got
the Wendigos.
I got this cool drawing of a Wendigo, which I hate. Those have haunted all of my childhood nightmares. And now I have a cool.
You would honestly not believe that shit happened up here in the northern U.S.
It happened all across the United States and Canada. It's a really creepy thing, and I don't like it.
The Wendigo, yep.
I don't like the Wendigos. They're bad.
And they're everywhere.
They're all around because they could be anywhere and everywhere at once.
Dude, I felt literally safer in the woods of the Southeast when I was in basic training and doing training after basic. I felt literally safer in the woods. I'm like, well, there's no Wendigos. There's cockroaches, banana spiders.
Because a Wendigo is just a forest spirit. It doesn't need to be a physical thing. It can just be like this bad vibe you get that just brings you down.
Right. That vibe you get is... Why the fuck did you bring this up?
I don't know. Well, because Kong sent me this present with a bunch of stuff. And I got stuff in it.
The Wendigo it's not a fucking joking matter, in my opinion.
No, it's not. And literally, like when I say they haunted my nightmares because I got told fucking horror stories like all my childhood about these.
And you also experienced it.
Fucking nightmares.
When you go out in the woods, there is some shit that happens in the woods and some noises you hear that's like, oh yeah, okay, Kong.
It's not fucking hilarious, Kong. I hope you see one someday and you believe me and you get fucking... It's bad. Wendigos are bad.
Good support for Devon.
That's right.
Shoot some helmets this year to make up.
Yeah. That $5 is really going to help change my crippling childhood trauma.
Well, because we're going to be able to shoot some more rounds at helmets.
That's fair. That's true. But it also won't. It won't fix my crippling whiteness, though. We can fix my crippling childhood trauma with money, but not my crippling whiteness.
Well, what I was going to try to get is a 44 Magnum. I was going to get a Deagle, a real one.
Yeah.
44 Magnum, because it's like it would serve two purposes. Like for the ballistic tests, I want to shoot a 44 Magnum. I also want to get an actual Deagle, not a fucking 51 that was made for the civilian market
for killing helicopters.
Yeah, that's like.
That's literally what the Deagle was designed for. The Israelis we want to be able to shoot down helicopters.
Right. But and it was also at 44 Magnum. But that's not gonna fucking happen, I guess. And even a revolver in 44 Magnum. But that's one of the goals that I want to get for the ballistic tests. Because that's one of the NIJ fucking certification rounds.
Yeah, it's 44.
And I want to be able to get a reliable handgun that shoots that caliber. Ooh.
You okay?
Yep, a little bit of fluid came up with that one. Not acidic, it's just tastes gross.
Ish.
There's some Kool-Aid.
Yeah, the 357 Deagle was a real thing. I remember we were talking about that on your stream at one point, and you had to look it up and be like, it is a real thing.
No, I just didn't know if it was an official thing. I knew they made them, like, but I thought that the Jerichos were the spin-off of that and were made, but I was wrong. And so the actual Deagle's the baby Deagle is what it was called.
Yeah.
And it was made in 57, and that became the Jericho.
Yeah.
So I wasn't totally wrong. I was just wrong on the actual nomenclature.
True.
I'm not defending myself like, oh, I wasn't wrong. I was wrong, yes. But I wasn't like totally, because I'd
wrong.
read shit.
There's a direct line to what you said.
Right. There was, because I had read it years back about the baby eagle and all that shit, and I just got it confused. So I was wrong, but I wasn't way off the fucking mark. But yeah, no, that's that would be cool. But the original Deagle was made in 44 Magnum, and that's the one that I want to get.
Well,
I want
very
original
first one was
fucking.
made here in Magnum Research, and that was 50.
Yes, they made them in 50. The original Magnum Research Desert Eagles are made in 44 Magnum. Look it up. That I do know for a fact. You can go look it up. The
Okay.
original was made in 44 Magnum. They came out with the 50 Action Express because they were like,
because the Israelis were like, we want to kill helicopters with handguns.
And it was marketable because it was like so fucking big. And it's like, yeah, well, we'll try this out. And the 50 AE in Israel, it failed. Like, they're like, well, it's so fucking, hard to shoot and control.
Yeah.
The fucking gun weighs 2.5 pounds.
Nobody needs a 6-pound handgun just to shoot at the off chance there's an enemy helicopter.
Right. But if I were to get one, and when I do get one, actually, I'm going to get one day. It's going to be in the original 44 Magnum.
There you go. I mean, I knew one guy back up when I lived up north that had one that literally said Magnum Research. It wasn't an IMI one; just said Magnum Research on the side.
Yeah, it's all the ones that were made in the 80s before they sold their contract or their licensing, rather.
50 Action Express, and he was like really happy with it. So
yes, and they did, like, they made a lot of them. But the original, again, like I'm saying, the original ones were for the Israeli military trials.
Yeah.
And what they, bought a few of were in 44 Magnum. And so that's still a big ass round for a semi-automatic.
Well, the thing is like I got tiny hands. I could like barely hold that thing. That thing is gigantic.
Oh yeah, dude,
like, people don't realize how fucking big they actually are. The handgun is like 12 inches long. It's gigantic.
Right. Dude, I have ogre hands, as you know, and even to me, I'm like, this is a little bit bigger than what I'd like.
This is a bit much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking. My dick is somehow bigger than yours.
That's really what it was kind of designed.
And I'm going to prove it to you by not being able to hold or shoot this handgun correctly.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
It's like, fuck. But my dick is bigger than yours, but I can't fucking hold this thing up.
It's gigantic, and it's like a pain to operate, and like even just to like
7 rounds
because the spring in it is so.
Yeah, and you get 7 rounds. You get one more than a fucking revolver.
That's true. Well, here's the thing: it was to give all those boomer fuds 1911 a run for their money. Had to do it. They had to.
Perhaps.
They had to do it.
Perhaps.
But I wonder what Magnum Research is up to now. I haven't heard about them in a long time. I know they're still around.
I think they dissolved as a company.
Well, I thought they got dissolved, but I think their brand got bought out by somebody. I don't know if anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard about that. I know they kind of went away for a couple decades.
Well, yeah, they went under, and but I think somebody bought most of their liquidated company and like a lot of their rights and their naming rights and stuff like that. So,
God, Kool-Aid's fucking good.
I mean, it is pretty good. I can't have it because I cut a lot of the sugar out of my diet, so I can't do that. But because Kool-Aid is literally just sugar. It's literally just sugar.
Well, I'm using mostly monk fruit.
Okay, that's pretty good.
It's still the same psychological effect on your body, and actually the same. It isn't as intense as sugar, but it's still the same effect. But Kool-Aid is
Kool-Aid's pretty damn hard to beat. Sharkleberry Finn is the best flavor. Changed my mind.
I don't know the flavors. Well, like I say, I don't know if you watched the fucking movie or the show of Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer when
Yes.
he figures out his friend that he's known for years and like been really good friends with drinks a gallon of Kool-Aid a day minimum. And he loses his shit. It's low calorie Kool-Aid. It's like, what? That's still drinking a gallon of that is like 1,000 calories a day, bud. Oh, fuck.
But I'm not even joking. Sharkleberry Finn is a real flavor of Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe I've had it. Maybe I don't know. Right now, I don't know.
It's kind of like a fruit punch, but with berries.
So it's what I'm drinking right now, the tropical punch with berry. That would be good.
Yeah, and
dude, did you see how Bert like when he's like, "What kind are you drinking?" He's like, "Red."
Red Kool-Aid.
But he was serious. He's like, "Red." It's like, oh fuck, yes, amazing.
Oh, see, they sell it on Amazon. Sharkleberry Finn.
Well, grab some, and then when you come down here when we're doing our shit, bring some.
Bring some Sharkleberry Finn Kool-Aid.
It's like 24 cents a pack. Yes, bring two of them. We'll make a gallon.
Cub Foods, so I have to go to a Cub Foods.
We'll make a fucking gallon. It'll be worth it.
All right, fine. I'll get a big jug of Sharkleberry Finn, and we'll just use the whole thing to make one gallon. No,
dude, I literally made a gallon in this fucking thing.
Fair.
I mean, it's been 3 days since I first made it, and I'm not Bert Kreischer, so I don't fucking drink a gallon of this shit a day. But like,
fair.
It's good. It is good.
Sharkleberry Finn. Kool-Aid's great, but I'm so glad I cut a lot of the sugar out of my diet because I feel so.
You just feel better for sure.
So much better. Now I can make more room for my other bad habits.
You know what's weird? Do you notice how I'm not as like inflamed and puffy as I was? Maybe you don't, but I do. And I feel less inflamed and puffy like before my surgery.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like my face isn't as like
bloated.
I'm still fat. I understand that, but like it's not as like just distended and like. Yeah. I was watching some of my older videos, like not even older, like they're about a month and a half old, right before I had the surgery, and it's like my face is not as fucking bloated as it was.
True. Well, I mean, you did lose weight, so.
I actually, this surgery though, I've gained about 5 pounds because I've been doing nothing.
Oh, that's true.
I've been doing nothing.
Doing anything, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been going fucking crazy. Trust me, I actually shipped a bunch of shit out today because I just had to do something. But it was like nothing that was going to overdo the weight. Here's the thing. Like I said in the last podcast, is I don't want to pop a hernia and then have to go through more shit. So I'm going to be a lazy fuck.
Yep.
But here's the thing is like,
do you think your body was having an immune response to that infection?
No, it was because like I asked the surgeon when I went in for my post-op a few days ago. I was like, "How long do you think it was like this?" He goes, and he kind of laughed. He goes, "How long have you been feeling like shit?" And I'm like for real, about 9 years. And he goes,
probably about a decade.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm like, so it's been that long, you think? And I'm like, so do you think? Besides the main perforation that happened last year, do you think it was leaking, micro doses of shit into my system? He goes, it's very likely.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
He goes, that's probably why you felt like shit and you had no energy and you just felt like you were dying all the time. And I'm like, because like I told you, immediately when I woke up, I was like,
cloud
wow,
dying.
I feel better. I feel so much better.
Bam.
And like there was pain and everything, but I'm like, holy shit, this feels so much different. And it's like, so I'm feeling a lot better. This summer's gonna be a lot better. Because I'm actually kind of normal and
true. The summer's gonna be a ton better for me too. I'm in much better shape than I was. I'm exercising regularly.
Right, and I'm gonna start exercising in a couple of weeks when my gut is actually still like, it's funny. I look in the mirror like to the side. My gut used to just go like, it's a pretty round shape. Now it goes round, and then it like at the very bottom where the surgery was, it
Oh, where
falls
it's still
out
like
'cause
all
it's
kind of swollen and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it's very swollen. It's fucking it's uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt, but it's just like uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have scar tissue and stuff for a while. Your body's gonna take a
Yeah,
while to break that down, and your organs are still situating. And
exactly. And so it's like it's just weird, but no, as far as like just everyday feeling, like oh my god, it's so much better. Like it's just like feel normal.
well, use it to get back into the prime of your life.
I'm in the prime of my life.
I'm talking like 2007, Mike.
Well, I wasn't in the prime then. 2009 or 2008, I got into my prime in basic.
2008, Mike.
No, but like thinking about it then, like I had it then too, because it was like
Yeah, fair.
I was always I just felt horrible after exercise, and I'm like, you guys are all feeling good after this. Even the fat guys, like they were like, God, I feel so good, and I'm like, God, I feel like shit, you
Well,
know.
yeah,
Like,
once you get that endorphin rush, it's like
but mine, I was just always like, God, I feel worse now that we exercise. So it's probably been going on for like,
for forever. Yeah.
and I'm actually pretty stoked to go for my first run to see if it's different. I know it's gonna suck, like
Yeah.
because it like I'm out of shape and everything, but I'm actually pretty excited to go for my first run and see how that feels versus before, like the recovery and everything and the after effect.
True. Well, I did mine after work today, and that was only about a mile and a half, but it was still pretty nice.
Yeah. No, that's gonna be great. It's I'm just that's why like I thought I was gonna lose weight after I got the surgery, but it's like yeah, I've actually gained weight. But
Well, you haven't
again,
done anything. That's
exactly.
the thing, though. You haven't done
Yep.
anything, and your
Yep.
body's so used to now not eating or anything, so it's just storing
Right.
everything because it's like I'm gonna die otherwise.
Which is fine. Like 5 pounds is pretty easy.
Mostly water weight, probably. You could get rid of
Yeah,
that.
exactly. And it's no, I'm actually really like positive about everything this summer. Like this year and moving forward, it's gonna be
It's gonna be
fucking
great.
awesome.
It's gonna be
Oh yeah.
great.
Oh yeah. And that so I was telling you like we were with the neighbors today when I made fun of you for the 410 fucking
The
musket.
Ishapur 410 is the best Enfield rifle turned into a shotgun ever. Changed my mind.
All right, penis wrinkle. I'm gonna change your mind. I have a mold for a 577 58 caliber Minet ball. Okay.
Yeah.
500 grains. That's
Yeah.
over an ounce of lead.
Yeah.
We put that into a fucking 2 3/4 inch shotgun hull with paper wrapped around it.
Mm.
Shot it at a fucking Kevlar plate.
Yeah.
Fucking devastating.
Well, I shot the Wurndl at a Pasget helmet, and it looked like somebody just blew a basketball up in between the layers. Just fucked the helmet. I could have delaminated it with my hands.
Right. And it's like,
and that's only a 370 grain bullet. So
this 500 grainer out of the 12 gauge that we literally just cut the front off of, threw this bitch into the wad that was buckshot before. You get hit by that with soft tissue, you're fucked. You're done.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah.
It's not like if you're going to be getting back up to fire another shot after you get hit.
No, if that hits you in a limb, you're losing that limb.
And then your body's not going to recover.
You're done. You're done. You're done.
Pista, hold on. Language. I'm going to address this really quick. It just popped up. If you're serious, don't watch my shit. If you're trolling, just be like, haha, or, whatever, laugh it off.
I want to address it too. Fuck. That's the message.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I do that to people all the time on my videos that get upset. I had some guy today commenting on my videos, and I had to correct his grammar, and he's like, English isn't my first language. He's like, I speak Serbian, Polish, and Russian. I'm like, oh, you speak the 3 former communist languages. Maybe you shouldn't be against policing language. And he didn't reply back.
Weird.
I was looking forward to continuing that.
I don't watch your shit anymore.
Good. So, but come on now. It's like we have the whole First Amendment for a reason. I like to use it.
We'll not give in too much to that.
Fair,
but
fair.
I just figure we both addressed it.
Oh shit! Kawaya's got it right there.
Yep. But yeah, so these, and I do have a mold for a 1 ounce shotgun slug. Right, it's got a hollow base.
Ooh.
We compared that slug to the 58 caliber Minet ball.
Yeah.
And we also put a 45 caliber round ball from that Civil War mold that I told you about on Wednesday in the
Yeah.
cavity of the Minet ball.
Mm.
We got way more spread, way more mushroom.
Yeah. Well, because you're literally forcing that fucking up into that cone.
Yes. Yeah, but like, so the Minet ball, like it, I think he saved him unless he melted him again. But no, I think he saved him. But the Minet ball itself mushroomed a lot more than the actual 12 gauge slug that Lee sells. The mold.
True. Well,
I mean,
12 gauge slugs
they were
are
both good.
normally not in 100% soft lead. So they're normally
Right, and ours,
a metal called linotype, which actually has other metals in it, and it's
yes,
designed to
no,
be more of a
but I use wheel weights, which has got about it's what is
That's
it? Some
linotype
percentage of
basically. Yeah.
it's got antimony and tin in there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 12% total. I don't remember the actual ratios of the antimony and tin, so it makes it a little bit harder, but
Yeah.
it's still soft. And we
Mini ball. It's a Minier ball. It's named after a French people.
nah, it's a French guy that invented.
Because
The
every
concept.
super cool gun invention was invented by the French, like the percussion cap and center fire and smokeless powder and conical
Well,
bullet.
okay,
And
smokeless fire wasn't invented by the French; it was perfected by the French.
that's true. I would even say perfected by the French because most of the smokeless powder we use nowadays was actually invented by a Swedish guy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep, a man by the name of Alfred Nobel.
Oh, I'd kill for a Nobel Peace Prize, to be honest.
I know, right? And he also invented that man has indirectly killed more people than any other person on the planet.
Oh, fuck
and he has a peace prize named after him.
But his organization carries strong with his fucking reputation. So
that's true. He does, yeah.
No, the 12 gauge, the 1 ounce slug mold that Lee offers that we shot, it's still mushroomed. I mean, it's a game ender. Okay.
Yep.
But that 58 caliber Minet ball on its own and with the 44 caliber ball shot put in the back.
Yeah.
There's
a reason why all these Civil War veterans lost limbs. So.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing. Back then, well, even nowadays, you'd probably still lose a limb because when it hits, it's an explosion within your bone. There's so many it's like you're done.
The Minier ball is like a horrifically designed evil. It was really meant to kill shit. It was.
So we shot these same Kevlar plates, which I'll be making videos on because I'm getting them in the shipment that's seasoned customs. 9mm didn't do much. 22 didn't do much. 357 didn't actually do much. 760 Tokarev did not go through. And it was like a minimal deformation.
Well, I mean, if Tokarev didn't go through, I'm already impressed. So
yes, yeah. So they're cool plates. what these fucking soft lead? We just cast them a couple days ago and today. Yeah. We just literally tonight we were casting them and then we'd let them cool and shoot them. What those rounds did to that plate, that's
yeah. Well, it's just the thing is, it's so much energy transfer.
Oh my god, yeah, and and here's the thing: is there was not a lot of recoil. It kicked about like shooting, I don't know, light buckshot load. Light buckshot though.
Yeah.
Maybe
so
like
a turkey load.
Yeah, number 4 shot. 2 and 3.
Oh, number 4 is pretty pleasant. Yeah.
Right, but it was it was a push.
Yeah.
But it was not. But the effect that it transferred onto that plate, it's like Jesus Christ. And the other night, like I told you on the stream, we took 3 of those or 4 of those 45 caliber balls that I got from that Civil War mold, and we put those. We stuffed them in. Am I cutting out? Oh no, we're good. We stuffed those into a round, and even those 4 separate projectiles caved the whole fucking top of the plate in.
Yeah. I was surprised. I shot the Wurndl at the Pazget, and I'm like, if I had to pick a time to get shot, like in a war, the
Well, it'd be back then, 1800s.
Yeah, I was like, the repeater black powder era is the era I would least want to be involved in a war, because
Oh my god.
one
You're
of those
slinging
things fucking
heavy.
hits you, you're fucked. And then here's the thing, you could still get shot a second time because they have repeaters.
Well, because the bullets are also doing this.
Yeah, but like, it's just everything back then is still, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, look at like the Mannlicher 1886. It's a 5-shot clip loading 11 millimeter, 370 grain.
The Dutch Beaumont Battalion, 1871-77.
Yeah, and
it's a 500 grain fucking bullet. Or no,
I'm so glad
grain,
that those people didn't fight each other back then, because that would have sucked way more than getting shot by a bullet in World War One.
Yeah.
So fuck, god damn.
Well, after tonight, like, I know Top Fledermaus does all this shit, and I don't want to take away from any of his shit.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm loading up weird, like, Civil War rounds.
Yeah. Into a 12 gauge.
into a fucking shotgun. And it's about the same velocity if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Might be a little bit faster. Or it's
yeah, you're looking at about usually 2,000-ish, depending on the round.
Yeah,
and the
but I mean, it's comparable, right?
Yeah.
And you're putting over an ounce of lead with a hollow fucking base behind it out there at that fast. You get hit with that, you are fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, you are FUC to the KED. You are fucked.
Well, that's all of it. The U.S. military's got to adopt super heavy soft lead bullets again.
They're also really heavy to carry.
Well, that's fine. You don't need as many shots.
Literally over an ounce a piece.
Yeah, well, you don't need as many shots. F them.
Shot placement, brah.
That's right. The U.S. is always so big on marksmanship.
No, but like, seriously, that's an eye opener tonight. We're gonna keep doing that shit because and also they bounce.
Well, soft lead is just terrible. Soft lead.
They also bounced off the Kevlar.
Yeah.
They bounced about from where we were standing, probably about 6 feet back. We were standing about 12 to 15 feet back. I was like, it's probably gonna bounce.
Yeah.
And if it hits us, it won't be that bad because it's soft lead and it's a soft target. But it still bounced back because like 2 out of the 4 times we did this, I was like, it bounced and I'm like, there it is, right there in front of us.
And you can go pick it back up and remelt it down and use it again.
Yeah, it was hot, so we let it cool for a bit, and we analyzed the target. So yeah, we're gonna make some videos this year. And he's like, I want to get Devon down here and see if he has the balls to do this. I'm like, he does.
I'll do it.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I'll bring the Wurndl down.
I'm gonna try to get a replica like 1861 or 1853 Enfield.
Yeah, the
1861 Springfield or Enfield. Yeah, and I wanna like, because we can shoot it right here. They're not that high velocity.
This year on my to get list was actually a brown vest. So I want to get a brown vest.
Oh, a 69. I actually have a mold. I do have a mold for a 69 caliber fucking round ball.
So I want to get a brown vest. It's one of the things I'm hopefully saving up for this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing this year. I think I'm gonna focus more on older shit, like older shit.
Mm-hmm.
Black powder, where I have a bunch of fucking shit and patches and caps somewhere. So but no, it's just tonight shoot these fucking Kevlar plates. It's like even if you're wearing those Kevlar plates, right? The deformation was so extreme.
Yeah.
No, it was so extreme. I'm not shitting you.
It'll kill you.
It was literally the size of both of my fists together.
Yeah.
And about the depth into that fucking plate. And I'm like, that was with nothing behind it.
Like that's so much energy. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Kevlar is meant to stop tiny little things moving fast.
Right.
Huge things moving slightly slower, it doesn't do good against.
Yeah, and it's like that was a definite eye opener. That's fucking insane.
It's that because Kevlar and like other composite body armors and stuff like that work at a very small window of velocity and mass.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
And all of these older rounds, the velocity isn't there, but the mass is off the charts for what it was designed for.
And the inertia, the surface,
the potential energy and that energy transfer is off the scales for what it could handle. and it doesn't do good.
And although the Kevlar did stop all of them, of course,
It'll stop it,
it's
but your
still it's
heart's
like
gonna pop
but
like a grape.
yeah, the transfer of energy is like you're
Yeah.
gonna have broken ribs at minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, at minimum,
That
getting hit in the
all of that inertia just it's the equivalent of getting a tiny little thing or getting punched. Getting
well. What I
close
would
and
say,
getting
what I
punched.
would say is if I were guessing, man, I would say it's a guy my size that's actually ripped, taking one good hit with you at a sledgehammer when you're not wearing any fucking armor whatsoever, and
Yeah,
hitting you in the fucking sternum
that's bad.
with that sledgehammer, a 16-pound fucking maul,
Yeah, that's bad.
just full force. That's what I would equate it as, and that would literally incapacitate a guy my size.
Yeah, that would incapacitate
Anybody.
pretty much everyone. Yeah.
Like I would be down for the goddamn count. I'd be out of the fucking fight. Somebody hit me with what we just shot tonight,
Yeah.
and I would be down for the count.
Well, keep making them, Mike. Keep making them.
That's what we're doing.
That's true. I gotta bring the 410 down too. I gotta make some rounds for that.
Indeed. Yeah, we'll start. I've got about another 2
Because
weeks.
that's a smooth bore. We can put whatever we want in that Ishapore 410.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be able to lift heavier stuff in about 2 weeks, but that doesn't affect us. Well, actually, it does. But middle to end of April, I'll be completely better and good to go.
So that's when we should try to plan something. Because as long as I can let my boss know, I'm gonna let him know then soon. I'm like, hey,
so we'll figure this out when it gets a little bit closer, but not,
fair. I just want to give him a pre-warning so that way he knows.
Yeah.
I like to warn him.
Yeah, we'll let him know. We'll start making some fucking awesome content.
Yeah, we will.
We'll do some. I'm gonna do some more camouflage tests while it's still spring up here. Everything's dead. Because I know I talked about it a lot. Like, well, the vegetation up here is like very khaki and tan and shitty when it's dead.
Yeah, it goes from where desert camo works really good in the winter to really
chocolate chip
camouflage works good in the summer.
Vegetato. I'm gonna do fucking the Italian one too.
Yeah.
Because it's not green enough by far to do this in the summer, but very effective in the spring and fall.
In the fall, yeah. So. Fair. It's going to be a good time.
But, all right. Well, it's been a good stream, I think.
It has been a very good stream. We talked about lots of stuff. Covered a lot of bases today.
Yeah. And we foreshadowed future good shit to come.
That's right. And showed off our best flannel shirts.
Yeah, this is my best flannel one that I have.
I was like, this is my best flannel shirt for sure. Yeah.
This is a heavy flannel shirt though. It's lined.
Oh, mine's not lined, but mine's still pretty heavy.
I mean, the collar's lined, I guess.
Oh, okay. Fair.
The rest of it's not. But yeah, I like I like different colored flannel too. But yeah, we're definitely looking very Canadian tonight.
Very Canadian tonight, yeah.
Fair. I was literally waiting for you to like have this face when you noticed. I was waiting for you to go.
What? I noticed very early on. Like, I caught it. So.
But you also noticed the flag.
I did notice. That's the first thing I noticed, actually, before I noticed the camouflage. And then I noticed around the flag. I'm like, oh, he's wearing a cat hat.
Did I tell you? I don't know if I told you this. When I was in Iraq, I found a Canadian subdued flag in Texas when we were training up at Fort Bliss. Yeah. On the ground. And I wore that bitch underneath my fucking, my American flag. I wore it underneath my American flag on the left shoulder the whole time we were there.
There's two places the Canadians went to acclimate, actually, before going over to Iraq and Afghanistan. Fort Bliss, Texas, and Hawaii. So.
Right. And so I found colored patches, and I had the subdued one. And I had that fucker. I wore that thing in Iraq the whole time we were there. I don't know where the fuck that went. Honest to God, that little patch.
Do you want some more? I have more.
I bought some more. We're fine.
I have
that
more.
particular one has got sentimental value, obviously, because
you actually wore it. Like I got some.
I did under the American flag flap. I fucking wore that shit.
I still got one of those. Even
we never got to issue those. Our flags were IR, like our actual flags.
IR, reflective, and glow in the dark.
Yeah, no, that's what our flags were. Our flags were all that shit. So we never had to get issued those. But like, yeah.
They're all right. They work okay. They're in the way a lot.
They do.
It's
but also, I like this hat. I'm probably gonna wear it about
Is
as
that
much as I
like the
wear the.
same one that I have? It looks like the exact same one that I have.
It again. This is the same company that I got the other shit from, where it's like it's licensed. It's the closest replica I've ever
Is
seen.
it the UK? The UK made stuff?
Yes.
Yes. Then yeah, it's the same one.
Yep. So same one, and I like it
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
good
close
stuff.
enough.
Their
It's close enough where
fabric's
I can
close
wear
and
it.
their pattern's pretty close. Yeah.
Yep, I can wear it without worrying about killing a piece of history.
Mm-hmm.
I can just
Because
keep
they're
my couple
really hard
sets.
to get. Cad Pet's
Yep.
insanely hard to get.
I'm gonna keep my couple sets. My camouflage test will be with the real shit because it has to be.
It has to
But
be. Yeah.
other than that, I'm just gonna probably hang it up and then buy this stuff because this is definitely close enough. It's like
True.
spot the fuck on.
Well, when you do the Cad Pet video, I want to bring down my licensed Arctis crap. They actually have the license to the pattern, the actual pattern, and see how that does.
Okay.
I just want to see if it's as good because it's also a different fabric composition and different weave. So
This is the same fabric composition though.
yeah, I know, but like that's what surprised me about
Oh, the
it's
Arctics,
the
yeah.
pattern, but it's on different fabric.
No, for the Cat Pet video, yeah, I'll have you down to do that. That's rightfully, I think that would be a
Yeah.
good thing. We'll do it. I'll wear the actual shit
Yeah.
because my fat ass actually got lucky for the first time in 20 plus years and found some shit in my size. And I'll do it. I'll wear this hat probably, or I actually have a boonie hat coming that hopefully is the same.
There you go.
And I'll paint my face up and everything. I'll actually test it. We'll do a real test. And then we'll have you in the same video do the Arctic stuff.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Shite. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. All 35 of you, or it was 41. You fucking cowards left.
That's all right. People got to go. It's getting late.
Sure is. But yeah, thanks everyone. And again, for those of you who are watching, who are Patreon supporters, or even if you're not, you just watch it. We've got some really cool shit lined up for this year. It's going to be fucking awesome. I know I keep saying that, but
it's actually going to be pretty awesome.
Oh, I'm super excited for it. So is Devon. Like, I don't want to spoil the fucking surprise. I can't do that.
It's going to be pretty epic, though.
Could be a good learning experience for you guys and us. So, all right, fuckity bye.